Hi, my name is Maria and I write content that ranks. So today I would like to look into how AI generated content performs in terms of search visibility on Google. To quickly give you a brief story, in the early days of ChatGPT and even Jasper, I was using it a lot because I wanted my website to rank so bad. I've had the site for quite a long time, but it's really just recently that I've been putting a lot of effort on it. So, obviously, nag-try ako ng iba't ibang AI tools. So, I have very limited budget to hire a writer. So, you get the idea. Like any other small business. And I was doing like 8 to 12 articles per month. But, yeah, I wasn't really paying attention to the quality of the content. I just scan through it and say, oh, it reads well, it reads fine. But, the strategy behind it, it's not I would have to be guilty. It's not on point. Yeah, my new strategy involved making sure that each content that I produce, whether it's written by a human or written by me through ChatGPT, is optimized and on point in terms of user experience. There's still a couple of articles from my blog before that I haven't really touched yet, and I just wanted to see how they perform after a year. So these are the two. I like to compare these two because these are articles that I have published on the same almost the same week. So the first one was in July, and then the second one was in August. So it's almost the same week. So the first one, the best Canva alternatives article, I have written that on Aerops. So it's like a plug and play tool. You just put in some info and then let it rip. It does its thing. And the second one I wrote via Chat GPT. So this one I was aggressively proactive. So what I've done here is that I instead of letting it put out an entire article, I was doing it section by section, and I was cross-referencing it a lot with Surfer SEO. So yeah, it I feed it the keywords that Surfer SEO wants it to get optimized for. I was checking in on other competitors and how they were structuring their content. So it was really proactive editing while using the tool, and we can see that it's a big difference as we can see here. So the ChatGPT article was having 20,000 impressions, while the Canva article was just getting around less than 3K. In terms of average position, we can see that ChatGPT is ranking higher as compared to the Canva article. And I just want to put a disclaimer out there. I didn't do any link building to these pages. It's just natural. It's just natural. It's getting traction without even that off page boost. I was actually expecting a lot more for the Canva article because it has a 90 search volume, and the other one is yeah, it's a bit more niche because it's long tail, so it has lesser search volume, but Search Console says different. So the ChatGPT one is definitely getting more traction. As I always say, without human interference, regardless of how great these AI tools are, humans are still needed, to get that article not just visible on search engines, but to make sure that it attracts the right audience. Because AI doesn't know who your target audiences are. AI doesn't know what your priority keywords are. It just pulls out information from Google and other sources and just comes up with its best possible content that it can write. So you still need that human element.